Okay, hello ma'am. Okay, so this is actually my code for my assignment. So there's a function. I begin off with a function main. Okay, so this is my function. At the same time, when I click on this run button over here, it will print welcome to ESP. At the same time, it will print out my options. This one, display our list of services. Two for search for service. Three for display added services. Four for payment. Five for admin. And zero for exit ESP, as shown. Wait, sorry. Okay, yeah. Welcome to ESP and display. Yeah, this is my options. And additional select an option by number. So this will be automatically printed over here. Choice equals to input bracket select an option by number. Okay, so what I decided to do was I actually decided to make this the options as a list, and linking to this list will be all these if and elif statements. So example, if I was to select one, it will be display our list of services. So it will print services available, and for service in services, which is over here, these are my services, and it will print service and here service one. So basically how it works is basically the service will be printed and then followed by the price. So 0 is here, firewall service for example, and 1 will be the price, 1200. This is how it prints, and it will print in 2 decimal points followed by per year. This was how I decided to do up my code. Yep. So this will be repeated throughout everywhere, like example in the following segments as well. Okay, so to go more into depth, okay, so this is for option 1. So now I'll be going into an example. So if I was to click display added service, display our list of services by 1, what happens is it will show services available, which is over here, services available. We'll print this out, followed by my services. That's the 4 services that's available. Yeah, you'll print accordingly. Okay, now I'll go into the admin function. Okay, so example, I click 5 admin, and then you ask enter username and password. So this is my username, k.karth, password is 100401. And so okay, what happens if I make a mistake? So there's total of 3 attempts, and I also use the while loop again. So while total attempts is greater than 0. So what this means is like let's say if I make a mistake, okay, every mistake there'll be a total attempts that minus equals to 1. So like and I use an else statement. So how it works is every time I make a mistake, it will print out error, try again. You have this amount of attempts left. So example, k.karth, and my password is E. You print try again, you have 2 attempts left, and it will keep happening until I go to 1 and 0. So when I go to 0, it automatically print admin access denied, returning back to main menu. So this is the main menu, which is the reason why I actually decided to use like a like a while loop. So automatically print out. Yep. See, if total attempts equals to 0, print admin access denied. Yep. So okay, now if let's say I go into the admin, okay, so I click 5 k.karth 100401. Now I'm inside the admin system, so it says welcome. Enter the name of the new service. So yep, prints welcome, and here add service. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use again a while loop, and this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to add the price and this as well as the service. So the service first, followed by the price. Okay, and if let's say there's a value, I also do a try and accept value error. So okay, so what I did was if I did just in case, like a backup. So if let's say if a negative price is entered, it has to be yeah, correct price has to be entered if a negative number is entered. Yeah, a positive number, sorry. Yeah, and okay, so and if like let's say some other keys are entered, let's say like letters are included in the price, then automatically print please enter valid number for the price. Okay, so example, enter the name of the new service. I'm going to use as pen testing, and enter the price for the new service in USD. So let's say 5,000. Automatically prints added the service pen testing at 5,000 per year. Yep. Yep. So that is what happened. Printed that. Yeah, so okay, now I'm going on to the second part, search for service. Okay, to explain what I did in this part, yeah, So what I did over here was I did a eleaf choice equals to 2, and then I did search for our services dot lower. So basically this dot lower is supposed to like help me to look out for small letters and big letters. So if let's say I enter a small letter, or like let's say I enter a big S, sorry, yeah, okay, let's try. Yeah, so example, if I was to enter a big E and here's a small e, you know, sometimes in Python it can result in an error, so this won't be shown, this service won't be shown. So that is the point of the dot lower, to solve this kind of issues. Yep. Okay, so what I did was yep, so I combined it, so my search function and the ability to add the services. So there's four services with, you know, the letter E. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all 4 of it. 1 2 3 4. Okay, what I did over here was this service index equals integer bracket added services -1. Okay, so this service is basically, okay, this code, what it does is basically it changes my list. Okay, because normally in a list the numbers start off as a 0, so this should be 0 1 2 3. So if I'm putting this -1, basically changes this to 1 2 3 4. That's how it works. Okay, now I'll click, I've added all the services and I'll press 0. So I'm exited the search for service, and I want to add the final service, which was cloud backup. It has no E, so I have just searched for example like a C. Okay, to search for C, and it shows all the services here, and I'll just select the third option, which is cloud backup. 3, you've added cloud backup. Yep. So now I'll click 0 to exit. Okay, so now I'll display my added services. So I'll click on 3. Okay, so it shows your added services. So this is the eleaf choice tree. Print your added services, and you've added the following services. So these are my services that I added: 1 2 3 4 5. 5 services I selected, and I added those services. So that's how this part works. Okay, moving on to the next statement. Select an option by number. So I'll go on to the payment, which is 4. Okay, so same thing. It's more or less actually it's very similar, but I just had to like change a bit of the, you know, the printing statements and stuff like that. And of course I just had to add the payment code as well. Yeah. So what I did was I decided to like make the payment, this part. So it'll print out as, please make your payment for the following services that you have selected. And since these are the services I've selected, it printed out the services that I selected, and it printed total amount payable. So basically all 4 of the amounts calculated together over here, and it printed payment made, thank you and have a great day. So this is my eleaf choice 4. And just now, as you saw, ma'am, like I did the eleaf choice 5, which is the admin function, which was done over here. This is the admin function. Yeah. And lastly is my choice equals to 0. So I want to exit ESP. Okay, so if let's say I click 0, yeah, it prints out, thank you for using electronic services of protection, have a nice day. Okay, so example, ma'am. Okay, I'll just redo this part. Okay, so okay, I did an else statement because, like, let's say if someone wants to enter a number that's not like, you know, the numbers over here 1 to 5 and 0. Let's say I enter like 9. Yeah, then there'll be an error. So this loop will keep on repeating, and it will ask for the person to enter valid numbers from 1 to 5. Press 0 to exit. Likewise, okay, since I haven't selected anything in this part, right? If let's say I was to click on display added services, it will just print out no services were added for option eleaf choice 3. Yeah, no services were added because I haven't added any services. Likewise for the payment function, if I haven't added any services, it will print out as no services were added, please select a service to make payment. So as shown. Yeah, no services were added, please select a service to make payment. Yeah, that is all, ma'am, for my code. Thank you so much.